multiplying fraction and a whole number. We have here an example. 3/4 times 6 equals what is your answer? To multiply a fraction and a whole number, you simply multiply the numerator and the whole number. Because this whole number, if we will make it into a fraction, we have to put 1 as its denominator, which is not necessary anymore. So just multiply 3 times 6 is 18. And then copy the denominator, which is 4, because if you will multiply 4 times 1, that's also 4. So there's no need for that thing. So simply multiply the numerators times the whole number and then copy the denominator of the fraction. So there you have it. This is your answer, 18 over 4. Okay, so this is an improper fraction. You have to simplify this fraction. How? By dividing. So 18 divided by 4. Okay, 18 divided by 4 equals 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. And then 8 minus 6 equals 2. So our answer is 4, which is the quotient. 4, the quotient. And then the remainder is 2. So 2 becomes our numerator. And then the divisor is 4. So that's your answer. And then look at the kind of fraction that we have here. This fraction is in the higher term, meaning we can still simplify this. We can still reduce this to the lowest term. So copy the 4. We have nothing to do with that. That's final already. So how to reduce this to lowest term? You have to find the greatest common factor, which is 2. So 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 2 is our GCF here. That's GCF, or greatest common factor. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. And then 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So this is now our final answer. 4 3/4 times 6. The answer is 4 and 1/2. Okay, another example. Okay, another example. Let's say our example here starts with a whole number. Let's say the number is 7. 7, okay, times, let's say 7 times 5 6. Okay, so whole number times the numerator again. Always remember that. 7 times 5 equals 35. And again, just copy the denominator of the fraction, which is 6. So this is a whole number. How to simplify that again? We have 35 divided by 6. Okay, 35 divided by 6, we have 5. 5 times 6 equals 30. 35 minus 30 equals 5. So our answer is 5. This one, not this 5, but this 5 here, because this is the quotient. 5, and copy this one. Your remainder will be the numerator, 5 over 6. So we cannot reduce this anymore because this is in the lowest term. So this is now your final answer. Okay, this is multiplication of a fraction and a whole number, or whole number times a fraction. So how do we do that if both are fractions? So it's very easy. If you are going to multiply two fractions, regardless if they are similar fractions or dissimilar fractions, both carry the same rule. Both follows the same rule. Okay, for example, here we have 2/3 times, let's say, 1/3. Okay, these fractions are similar because their denominators are the same. So simply multiply the numerators. 2 times 1 equals 2. And then multiply the denominators also. Okay, denominators should be multiplied also. Unlike in the addition and subtraction, we copy, but in multiplication we multiply. So 3 times 3 equals 9. So this cannot be reduced anymore. There is no GCF for these two except 1. So this is now your final answer. Multiplication of fractions. Okay? So let's have it here. Let's say 3/5 times, okay, 3/5 times, let's say 2/3. These are dissimilar fractions. So again, the same rule, 3 times 2 equals 6, and then 5 times 3 equals 15. So that's the answer. But this fraction has, these numbers have GCF. Okay, the GCF for this number is 3. Okay, so to finalize this one, divide these numbers with the GCF. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. So this is your final answer. So 3/5 times 2/3 equals 2/5. Okay, so that's it. Whether similar or dissimilar fractions, the rule says that you multiply the numerators and you multiply the denominators. So that's the rule. Okay, so now we will proceed to another example which involves two operations. Let's say, for example, multiply the sum. Okay, multiply the sum of 1/6 and 3/6 by 30. Okay, multiply the sum of 1/6. Sum means we will add. Multiply the sum of 1/6 and 3/6. We multiply that with 30. Okay, so that's the equation of multiplying that with this. So we have n as our answer, which is unknown. Okay, so first of all, we recognize that these fractions are similar. So it is easy for us to add because they are already similar. So do this thing first, then the operation inside the parentheses. 1 plus 3 equals 4, 6. Okay? And then times 30 equals n. So again, multiplication of a whole number and a fraction, multiply the numerator by the whole number. 4 times 0 equals 0. 4 times 3 equals 12. So that we have here 4 times 30 equals 120. And then I said, just copy the denominator. So that's our answer, initial answer or partial answer. How do we make the final answer for this? This is an improper fraction. Simplify it by dividing. We have to divide. So 120 divided by 6. Okay, so we have 12 divided by 6 equals 2. 2 times 6 equals 12. Then 0, bring down 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, that's a long way how we divide this. Okay, and then for the rest of you who find it easier to do it in a cancellation method, so the rest of you still do this thing. I hope it will be easier for you to do the cancellation. How do we cancel that? So 12 and 6. Okay, we have a common GCF, which is 6. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. 6 divided by 6 equals 1. And we still have the 0. So our answer is 20 equals n. The same as this one here, 20 also. So whichever method or process you are comfortable to do it, you can do it as long as you derive the correct answer. The most important thing is you get the right answer, whether you do the cancellation or you do this division method. So that's it, how you do it in these two basic operations of adding and then multiplying fraction.